nothing like filling your home with the delectable aroma of freshly baked goods. Now today we are joined in the kitchen by some familiar faces that you may have seen before. Former contestants of the Taste Master SA, baby, they are here. I am speaking about Tahila Pillay and Imtiaz Hart. Now they are here to #bake more memories, and they're also here to tell you why you should enter season 4 of the Taste Master SA. Guys, welcome back to the loft.
So great to be back.
I know these are fan favorites for a reason, but not only are we here to talk about the Taste Master SA, but we're also here to make a decadent, delectable Molten cake. So what do we need for this recipe?
So for the Molten lava cake, some people know it as chocolate fondant, but for everyday users at home, it's a Molten lava cake. Chocolate, melted butter, flour, royal baking powder, and eggs and sugar.
Just that easy.
Definitely mostly chocolate.
And good quality chocolate.
Good quality. So what are you going to be doing in this recipe, Tahila?
So I'm just going to prep the chocolate for our little star over here to make the recipe. So I'm going to start by melting the chocolate on the double boiler. You do this just because you don't want it to burn and it doesn't get too hot, and it makes it easier to bake with. So I'm just going to hand that over to you.
And then once it's melted, and you just want to let it cool down, as well as your melted butter, because when you temper this into your eggs, you don't want it to cook.
Yeah.
So you first just want to melt that, let it cool, bring it all together.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, let's get baking. Now, as we are baking, we are talking about what is topical right now, which is the Taste Master SA. So, Tahila, I kind of want to start with you. You've been there, done that, got in the T-shirt. How has being a contestant on the Taste Master SA been able to elevate you and take you to the next level within your career?
It's been amazing. You know what, if you told me like 2 years ago that I was on that I'd be on a TV show, I wouldn't believe you. But it really helped me discover my love for the media, and now social media is my full-time career. So you don't underestimate the power of just putting yourself out there and doing it. Don't wait, just do it.
Just do it. I kind of like that as a slogan and a saying.
Yeah.
For yourself, Imtiaz, now, not only did you enter the competition, but what was it about the Taste Master SA that made you take this on as a profession? Now you're a professional chef.
Yeah, what happened on the Taste Master is I started out as the foodie, and we remember the little war we had, foodies versus chefs, and I was full-on foodie. And what happened was, Tumi and Chef Alex really inspired me, and getting the culinary knowledge does elevate it once you have that passion. And because I knew that this was the future for me, I needed to back it up, you know?
Yeah.
So what you're going to do is you're going to fold your sugar and your eggs that's already been in with the melted butter. The reason why we fold everything in is because we want to keep it light and airy. If you just throw everything in, you're going to get a hot mess. We don't want a hot mess now, do we? We also add the baking powder to this recipe because it makes it light and fluffy. We're all about that light and fluffy. Also, do we know that fondant means melting? So that's why you want that melted moments in the middle.
In the middle. It's all about the melted moments. Now, not only are we making beautiful memories here in the loft, but we're also encouraging you at home to bake more memories. Now, we are getting all the tips and tricks to stir up the nostalgic feeling of those biting into these classic chocolate Molten cakes made with the tried and tested royal baking powder. And I think it's safe to say every South African has got a packet or a tin of that royal baking powder at the back of their pantry. So we're encouraging you to take it out and get cooking.
100%. Look at that. Light and airy chocolate goodness. Who doesn't love chocolate though? Tahila, we all know you're a favorite.
And what are some of your incredible memories when it comes to royal baking powder in the household?
Sure, I learned a lot about how baking powder helps different elements in baking. You know, like bread, you think, oh, yeast. But adding a bit of baking powder helps it brown, and you know, like being on the show really encouraged me to use it in more ways than you'd expect, and to just bake a cake.
Absolutely.
That is so true. So once you have everything folded together, you don't want to do it too much, so you don't want to overmix. You're going to use your ramekin. So the ones we have is actually not going to stick, but if it does stick, you can just add some butter and cocoa powder, and then make sure that when you pop it out,
it comes out in a full force. It cannot stick. What's the baking time on a classic chocolate Molten cake?
So you can bake it. It depends on your oven, though. So always have a testing plate available. I would say between 10 and 12 minutes.
Okay.
But it depends on your oven. Always have one available to test. Check the temperature, take the time, and one thing to remember, always underbake, then overbake.
Okay.
We don't want rock hard. And you want that melting moment.
We want it moist, want it succulent, and we want it juicy. Now, not only have you guys decided to bring all your knowledge that you learned from the Taste Master here to Afternoon Express, but for all of those bakers at home who are passionate about baking, who are watching this right now and might have an inkling to enter the Taste Master SA, why should they just go ahead and do it?
Because you never know. I would have regretted it painfully if I didn't just like step out there, film myself, and put yourself out there. You never know what will happen.
No, really, you never know what's going to happen. I was full on in media and finance, and that was just a side passion. And today it's my career. And it all started with one video, one entry, and here we are.
Now, if you are ready to bake it till you make it, then you simply must enter the new season of the Taste Master SA. So today, we're calling on you to bake more memories with Royal Baking Powder and enter. All you have to do is fill out the online form and upload a video about yourself telling us why you love baking with the tried and tested Royal Baking Powder. Entries close on the 23rd of April. T's and C's do apply and can be found on thetastemaster.co.za.
Are you a rising star in the kitchen, ready to bake it till you make it? Then enter the new season of Taste Master SA, brought to you by tried and trusted Royal Baking Powder on SABC2, where you could win 50,000 rands worth of prizes and become a baking legend. Visit thetastemaster.co.za. Share a video about yourself and why you love baking with Royal Baking Powder. Entries close on 23 April. T's and C's apply.